It's a lightning strike. Hey guys, Tyler here. There's Rammer for Cass County. We're getting set to go downstairs.
Once you're in the basement right now.
We are going downstairs right now.
The next best spot
It's a lightning strike.
An interior room surrounded by 4 sturdy walls. That could be the bathroom, right? We want you away from windows and those kinds of things. We want you to think about ways to protect your head. It could be a bicycle helmet. It could be blankets. It could be a mattress.
I got pillows downstairs, so good. So we're gonna get ready to go downstairs in a minute. Hey guys, there's a tornado warning. We're going downstairs.
This part of the world where Brandon is right now, they're next in line, really, to receive, this crazy wind that's coming in. The worst winds are going to see coming up in just about a second. As they are coming up, I'm going to be scanning here the chat for the National Weather Service out of northern Indiana. That's where these warnings are coming from, and
I believe you guys are different now.
as far as the tornado warning for Berrien and Cass County goes here, just says radar indicated. I'll keep checking back at their chatter as we continue to go through this process here. But there it is. Okay, right on your screen. It's only the 3/4, southern 3/4 of Berrien County. We're also looking at all of Cass County. And look, if you're in St. Joe, I would be thinking about going to your safe place eventually here as well, because you're going to be in line with this the northern part of the squall line as well. So Berrien County to 1:30, Cass County to 1:30. By the clock, that gets us about another 45 minutes that we're going to be under these warnings. All right, so we'll set the scene again here with live Doppler radar, and I'm going to draw a couple of storm tracks here because I think that makes a lot of sense. And remember, again, this is moving. The squall line is moving at about 60 miles per hour. So we're going to draw a storm track all the way out into St. Joe County here. Following places you have to absolutely be in your safe place: Chickaming, Buchanan, Niles, Dowagiac, eventually Decatur, Fabius Township, the Three Rivers area. That would all the way take us a little bit beyond 1:30. And if there's any good news here, at least this is not going to be in any one location for that long, considering it is moving at about 60 to 65 miles per hour. Also want you to know, and we're going to draw a fresh storm track right now, also want you to know that we've had hail upwards of 3 inches in diameter being confirmed out of northern Indiana. The latest observation I had of that was the Toto area. Kankakee right now, you're absolutely just getting blasted right now. Let's draw this storm track on this part of the storm. Again, we'll draw that out really liberally here. The Olive area, the South Bend area. South Bend, you've been under a tornado warning for a while. The Penn, the Elkhart area, the Porter area, that'll get us along the Michigan-Indiana line. All right, let's go back to our velocity scope. It's really the best tool here in these kinds of situations. We're going to move in, zoom in here a little bit tighter, see if there's anything that we can pick out here with our velocity scope. All right, where those royal blues are showing up, and that's just approaching the Michigan-Indiana line, and I'll stop the movement for just a moment. That's where we're sensing here. And if we get a little bit of a negative sign, there it is, minus 89, just means we're moving away from the radar in northern Indiana. Otherwise, that doesn't necessarily mean anything to you. Look at this, 89, 92 miles per hour. With those kind of gusts, that's going to be ripping trees, shearing trees. It's going to be snapping power poles, power lines, all those kinds of things. Branches, not to mention those can be flying about as well. And there could very well be lofted debris as well. Another reason to stay in your safe place or get to your safe place as quickly as you possibly can. And again, this is moving so rapidly here, not only through Michigan City, a couple other cities we want to mention: Kankakee, Hudson, Chickaming. You're right on just to the northern edge here as well. So those are the kinds of things that we're seeing with our velocity scope. We'll move you just a little bit farther to the south and to the west here. Also, the silver contours that we're seeing here, emblematic of our large hail. We've had many reports of at least 1 3/4 inch hail, 2-inch hail. We're seeing just sort of maybe the edge of the hail production there, the west side of Kankakee. That's Highway 4 in northern Indiana, out of the North Liberty area, the Walkerton area as well. So again, there's sort of that precipice, just that edge of that really fast moving squall line. Let's go back to our velocity scope here for a moment, and we'll just get in here just a tad bit tighter. We'll move the scope a little bit off towards the east as well, and just kind of get a sense here. Yeah, okay, so this is just rapidly moving along the Michigan-Indiana line really quickly here. The other thing, this is US 12 right here where it matches up with I-94. And again, if we've got rotation, if we've got a tornado, it's going to be right on sort of the edge or where you see some of these little notches, these little crevices that show up around the Galena area, another one around the Michigan City area. So that now moving up towards Highway 12 in Berrien County. We'll go back to our debris detection here. Sometimes this will show up and it'll be really, really clear. Other times not. I would say this is a situation where it's not right now, but something else to sense maybe at the center of what would be rotation. You can see lofted debris, a telltale sign of a tornado. So we'll keep going back to our debris detection panel for sure. We'll show you the watch here again, and as we bring up the severe thunderstorm watch, Boz, if you want to go back to that live look out of the St. Joe area, I think that's it's a good thing to keep looking at here. Mind you, we're looking straight west. That's right over the pavilion. If you've ever been to Silver Beach, that's the lower left edge of your screen. Sometimes the clouds and the lake, they blur as we look into the distance here. I'm not seeing any lightning right now, but that would be a really a good tell as well.
Okay, guys, just getting everything around real quick before we go downstairs. Cass County's under a tornado warning, so we're going to keep an eye on this. This is the 11th of April, 2026.
Showing us the western skies there. And look at that. That's it.
Ryan Hall, we're keeping Ryan Hall on the TV, but we are also on channel 3 right now because
we're going to go back to our warnings and show you the warnings right now. I'm going to read just a couple of new things here from our friends at National Weather Service Northern Indiana. I'm looking at their chat right now. Issuing some flash flood warnings.
The red's a tornado warning.
County area, that's northern
Indiana. It's pushing it because
any
we're Three Rivers.
Information or
we're right here, guys. We're Three Rivers right here.
County or Cass County tornado warning. The answer is no. The other thing, as you're looking at the warnings here. Now in Michigan City, look at that, the west side, you've got just a plain old severe thunderstorm warning. Symbolically, that's just a little bit of good news. We'll take all the good news that we can get here. But Berrien County, Cass County, places like Niles, Chickaming, the Weesaw area, the Sawyer area, all the way up to Benton Harbor, you're under the tornado warning that goes until 1:30. Just hit 12:50 on the clock, so we've got another 40 minutes to go where we're going to keep digesting and analyzing what we're seeing on live Doppler radar. Cass County, the Dowagiac area, the Cassopolis area.
Yeah, I'm going to feed the cats.
Montville, this is not too far from Constantine. That does get us into St. Joe County. You need to be in your safe place right now.
Okay, the Montville. Montville's our county.
You hear a lot about certainly US 12 right in through here. M60 goes right into
86.
Berrien County as well. If you happen to be on the road, I want you to get off the road immediately right now. All right, let's revisit live Doppler radar, then we'll talk about safe places again here in a moment. I'm just going to keep you apprised of the agenda as we do it.
If it says Jones, we're going downstairs.
Now showing up just south and southwest of South Bend. So look, we'll look at our squall line tool and we'll draw this out just about as far as we can. So we'll go right on the leading edge. That's right through Plymouth, Indiana. Then we'll have this spread out about as far as we can, at least 54, 55 miles per hour. So it's the center area, South Bend, Granger, Concord,
150.
Turkey Creek, Middlebury, Clear Spring, and then Sturgis. So that gets a few Michigan towns in our Storm Track menu here as well. That'll take you all the way to 129 in the Middlebury area. 140 for Clear Spring, and then 150 for Sturgis. Give you a little sense of the motion here.
Middlebury's White Pigeon.
Live lightning strike tracker right now, situated at 422. That's really an interesting gauge in these kinds of situations. If it goes up, it means the storm is strengthening. We're producing more lightning, we're producing more electricity. If it goes down, that's a sign that the storm is weakening. I'm not seeing any signs of that whatsoever. You know, and as we continue to look at this, over the last hour, it does look like the whole complex kind of has a little bit of a rotation to it. So sometimes we get these supercells, you get these rotating cells here. When they rotate, that tends to increase the production of spin-ups.
That's our time right now.
Tornadoes. So that's what we've got ongoing here. I'll give you a couple other storm tracks as well. We'll clean up the screen here just a little bit. Now that this is blown through Michigan City, now that it's in Chickaming, let's let's draw out a real large storm track right now. Let's just assume that we're tracking rotation or some embedded
Okay, to hit us, so yeah.
not just the heavy rain, not just the 60 to maybe 90 mile per hour winds. Let's assume that we're tracking
144
some rotation that
3
could be on the
hours.
ground. Chikaming right now, right, or the next 90 seconds at least. Orinoco as well, that give you 108, Berrien 112, Dowagiac area about 121. I know Van Buren County is not under the tornado warning, but if you're south of I-94 in Van Buren County, I would think about getting in that safe place right now. Just to play as cautious as possible. Antwerp as well, Three Rivers, that would get us out of the time frame of the ongoing tornado warnings. But just to give you a fresh storm track right now, I'll give you another one as well. We can't have enough information in these kinds of situations. So we'll look right where I-80 gets really
Now
close
they're
to the
doing it.
Michigan-Indiana line. That'll be the genesis here of our next storm track. We'll draw this all the way out to Three Rivers. You absolutely have to be in your safe
1240
place.
Three Rivers, Schoolcraft,
1246.
1246. No.
109, Howard 113.
Ooh.
The Ottawa area, if you're familiar with Ottawa 118, Porter 130, Three Rivers at about 142. And look, if you're thinking like,
Schoolcraft.
man, I'm at work right now, I'm not at home, and I'm kind of unsure what to do. Let's clear up any confusion right now. This is exactly where we want you to be. If you're at work right now, maybe you're watching on your phone or streaming on your phone, or you're getting the warnings on your phone, once you're in the basement of your place of work or your home. If you don't have a basement, that's all right. We've got another great option for you. That's going to be an interior room surrounded by 4 sturdy walls. By the way, 12
This house is not sturdy.
on the clock here, so we've got about another 36 minutes in our ongoing tornado warnings. But that interior room, surrounded by those big, strong 4 sturdy walls, can't have any windows. I want you absolutely away from windows.
Basement,
Sometimes
basement,
it's
basement,
these
basement.
kinds of situations to crack the window. Absolutely do not do that whatsoever here. Just a couple of things to keep in mind. All right, let's start from the top, and we'll quickly give you some live looks as well as we start to bring up our warnings here again, and we'll just keep cycling back and forth here. But all right, if you're just joining us, number one, this is the best place to be here. We've got a tornado warning right now in Berrien County. It's going to go until 1:30. These storms are moving at about 60 to 65 miles per hour, so they're moving really, really rapidly. They are capable here of 90 to 100 mile per hour gusts, and they're also capable of a tornado. So we've got rotation being sensed on the radar. I'm not telling you there's a tornado on the ground, but we've got all the ingredients that there may very well could be. So we just want to assume that there's probably some funnels maybe spinning here. We get some spotter reports. We'll relay them to you as well. So Berrien County, you're in the mix. Another 35 minutes here. Cass County as well. This also includes the Metro South Bend area. This includes Michigan City, the Wills area. These are Pulaski counties, Stark County, Northern Indiana, Pulaski and Stark. And I'm just looking at the chat here again for a little bit of updated information. Okay, we got some trees down in northwest Indiana. That storm report just came out about 12:54. I'm trying to look and see if there's any other new information here. LaPorte in LaPorte County measuring a gust of 58 miles per hour. So that's a brand new storm report as well. And again, also caution here about the possibility of some flash flooding. And that is something we have to take seriously as well. So again, warnings go right now. Berrien County, Cass County, another 34 minutes here. They're going to go until 1:30. Would not rule out maybe lower Van Buren County being included, also St. Joe County as we move, beyond 120 and so forth. So
You might be under a warning, guys.
And we'll just
Let's see where it is. If it's Jones, we're out of here. We're going downstairs if it's Jones.
Raining now on the Van Buren, the Kalamazoo County line. For the moment in Van Buren County, you're not under any kind of a tornado warning. If that changes, of course, we're going to let you know about it. We'll get you back in here, and we'll go ahead and fire up our velocity scope.
Come on, just Jones.
Let's see if we can have any kind of sign here.
Jones is what I'm really concerned about, guys.
Rotation here. I'll tell you what, nothing totally jumps out to me. But again, sort of this northern edge. It is rotating a little bit, so that's why those warnings are going to be triggered every single time. There is rotation on sort of that northern edge or that northern periphery. Give you a sense for some of the gusts. We're going to look at the Hudson area because this is really close to the Michigan-Indiana line. Some of these gusts are at 68 miles per hour. Kind of matches up with the report out of the LaPorte area. Northern Indiana, let's look at just south of the Chickaming area, across the Michigan-Indiana line. Gust here about 50 miles per hour. So that's now north of US 12 in Berrien County. Give you another little one as well. We'll actually stop the rotation here for a moment. Give you a query here right around 2. That's Highway 2. All right, look at that. Those are hurricane force winds. 79 mile per hour gust there. That's just on the west side of South Bend, sort of the residential area. If you've been to South Bend before, you've been to a Notre Dame game, all sorts of sort of a suburban feel on the west side of town. Potentially some 80 mile per hour gusts right now. Not good. All right, let's open the view a little bit more here. We'll query a few rainfall amounts as well. We'll get a sense for what some of those are looking like. This is just right out over the open waters of Lake Michigan. Man, look at that rainfall rate here, 3.66 inches per hour. So it's really, really coming down here. We've got another one for you around the Benton Harbor area. I believe that's M63. Okay, rain not quite as intense. Let's do some fresh storm tracks. I think that totally makes sense here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our squall line tool. I'm going to draw this from sort of the northern edge here of where you see the bright reds on your screen all the way back to South Bend, and then we'll draw this out to the east, northeast. Again, pace here is incredible. It is not often that we see storms that move at about 60 miles per hour. I want you to be able to see this motion, but these are the places that I'm worried about right now. Naturally, South Bend, and we'll continue to talk about South Bend. The Concord area, Asolo, Dowagiac, Constantine, Three Rivers, eventually Texas Township, if this continues to jog a little bit more to the north. I think right now what I'm seeing is sort of more of an easterly jog than anything else. And I think, honestly, that's really, really good news for Berrien County. See this? These go towards the best ingredients. They go towards the instability axis. And by the way, there's a huge instability gradient here between lower Michigan and northern Indiana. So that's where these cells go. They want to continue to sort of mature and organize with the best ingredients for their continual development. So, and that's looking more east than anything else. So I feel better about Van Buren County right now. I certainly feel better about Kalamazoo County. Of course, that's still a bit of a ways off here, but again, that's the places that I want you to see.
We're going back inside in about 5 seconds because I don't like the way that looks. So it's just turned 1 o'clock, so we got no rain right now, but I'm going back in the house and we're going to go downstairs.
Our velocity scope here, as far as something jumping out. Is this a tornado? Is this what rotation? Let's give a little bit of motion here as well. This has more of a straight line feel to it than really anything else, but we're going to query here.
You're not going outside.
I'm going to throw this up here for you. This is near
You're not going outside.
And 20. There's a 59 mile per hour possible gust. We've got a 66.
I'm still recording downstairs right now, guys, but we're going to stay on until further notice. But when it's Jones, we're going to get ready. Okay, it's Bremen. That's Ryan Hall, and he's in Bremen, Indiana.
And the intensity again is expected to be maintained here. So no little nuggets or any kind of goodies there out of the chat. There are some of the latest gusts for you. Just give you a sense here. Again, this
66.
is directly moving into South Bend. And of course, very close to Berrien County. That's why Berrien County is under the tornado warning. Very close as well to, of course, southwestern Cass County. That's why you're under the warning as well. So we'll just kind of open up the view here for just a moment. This cell, and it's more just sort of a rotating thunderstorm complex. It has a history here of down trees, down power lines, northern Illinois. It has a history of blowing through the Chicago area at a pace of about 65 miles per hour. It also has a history, get this, of hail of 3 inches in diameter. So some of these warnings
I'm going to make sure the door is locked up.
show for ping pong ball size hail. So
It's 1 o'clock right now, guys, but we're locking up tight. We're going to be locked tight to the drum. Basement's ready to go. What do you do?
This does not look as organized as it did an hour ago. So it does seem to be changing face here just a little bit. We'll go back to our debris detection tool here and see if there's anything popping up here on our debris detection tool. We'd be looking for lofted debris. Sometimes that shows up sort of very clearly. You know, is this something here? We'll take a look at this. This is just on the west side of Chickiming. I'm not saying that we have a tornado out on the open waters of Lake Michigan, but these are some of the signs that we
Three
can
Oaks,
see here with our
Galeen,
debris
New Buffalo.
detection tool. Boz, let's go back to that Silver Beach shot here for a moment, because it should be absolutely pouring right now. Sometimes you get really interesting cloud features, or like a shelf cloud as these features approach the lakeshore. I'm not seeing anything, you know, right now, but we'll continue to look at this. But I do know it's raining and raining really heavily right now. The St. Joe area, the Silver Beach area.
Is a wide angle field of view, like it's a super wide.
It's getting darker out. As you can see, it is getting darker outside.
As fast as it looks. Like it looks like he's going about 100 mile an hour down this.
Bremen, Indiana. Bremen, St. Joe County, Indiana.
It does make it feel like we're going way too fast, though.
Berrien and I am on the iffy side of staying up here, guys.
The Wills area, the Kankakee area, you're now safe, so we feel you know, a little bit better about that. The Liberty area, the Burns Harbor area, the Valparaiso area, we feel much better. We can breathe a sigh of relief now. You're now safe because the tornado warnings have been canceled, and the reason that they're being canceled here on the backside of this rotating thunderstorm complex is because this thing is just screaming, right? It's just hauling 50 to 60, 60 to 65 miles per hour, so we can cancel out some of these tornado warnings with a little bit of rapidity here. So we're grateful, at least that particular aspect. But yeah, we'll zoom in here. Orinoco, Dowagiac,
And Vandalia.
Calvin area, the Granger area, the Michigan-Indiana line, Cass County. You're under a tornado warning right now for another 26 minutes as well. You know, one of the untold things here, the other part of the warning is for the possibility of 3/4 inch hail, and I'm probably saying we're going to have that in the mix just based on all the numerous reports of hail that we've seen so far in northwestern Indiana as well. So that's also part of the tornado warning. I take you back here to the chat here for a moment. Looking at some new information here for Cass and Berrien counties. Radar indicating rotation, tornado indicated by radar. Tornado warning remains in effect until 1:30. It's also Elkhart, St. Joseph County, Indiana, Kosciuszko County as well. That's the northwestern part. Marshall County, of course, Cass and Berrien counties as well. That was just the refreshing of the tornado warning. That came out about 4 to 5 minutes ago. So that's the scene right there. Let's get back to the radar and spend some time here because this squall line continues to spread off, and we'll show you exactly what we're looking at here. Here it is, just offshore, right out over the open waters north of Michigan City. That trails off towards the east, then it takes a little bit of a southeasterly jog here towards South Bend, and then is rapidly spreading towards the Goshen area. If you've got relatives in Goshen, if you travel to Goshen or back and forth, maybe there for work, you're now under a tornado warning, so you absolutely have to be in your safe place here. And what we'll do is we'll just open this up just a little bit. That'll give us a little bit of room here to draw some fresh squall,
We still got rain here in Three Rivers yet.
Squall lines and storm tracks. By the way, I'm hearing thunder. You might be able to hear it as well. I'm hearing it right now in our studios. Looks like it's starting to rain here in Kalamazoo. Yep, I can see that in our Kalamazoo downtown camera as well. So now hearing thunder in Kalamazoo County. I bet you're hearing that as well. All right, let's draw out some storm tracks. We're going to do a bunch of these. We're going to use our squall line tool as well. So this one, we're going to go straight east. We'll go straight east at about 59, 60 miles per hour. Buchanan, of course, you've been in the mix for a while here. You're getting slammed here for a while. 108, Niles 113, Howard 116, the Ontwa area 123, Porter at about 134, the York area about 140 or so. We'll draw a fresh storm track right now for our friends in South Bend. I'm going to draw this right along the Michigan-Indiana line. I just keep waiting to see if St. Joe County is going to go under a tornado warning. I'm not seeing anything yet.
But if we go to a warning.
Right on the border there. So here are the following places we're looking at. Portage, That's Indiana, Portage, not the Portage south of Kalamazoo, South Bend, Penn, the Cleveland area, Concord, Jefferson, Middlebury, and Sturgis. All of those cities, you absolutely have to be in your safe place right now. And you know what? I think it's a great time to go ahead and use our squall line tool, because again, this is what we're tracking. We're tracking.
I think we may be going downstairs.
Just on top of the H in Benton Harbor. We'll go just north of South Bend. We'll curve it all the way around here, just west of the Ligonier area.
Ligonier.
There we go. We'll draw that out at about 62 miles per hour. Give you the sense here of how this is moving. And again, it is moving towards the best ingredients. So the southeastern part of this, I'll pull my arrow back out here again. The southeastern part of this is actually driving this cell right here. So again, I would say along sort of that leading edge, that squall line here, it's clear the Plymouth area. It's just west of Ligonier. That's where I'm worried about the production of maybe a new tornado or additional spin-ups here. Harris, Dowagiac, Middlebury, Antwerp, Oshtemo, Kalamazoo, Angola, and Wilmington. We've got cities on both sides of the border here. Our squall line.
Try pizza, speak to me.
That's the scene there. Let's go back to our velocity scope here. I want to give you some fresh information as far as this goes, and we'll focus on the part that's right on the Michigan-Indiana line. All right, look at this. Get a little bit of a
Porter Union.
Not showing up here east of Chickaming. That sometimes can be a sign of rain wrapping around a common center. And if that's the case, that could be indicative of potentially where our tornado is, or if it's lifting, coming down towards the ground. So it goes back and forth.
They issue us a warning going downstairs.
That jumps out to me here as well. We'll go ahead, we'll use our velocity scope tool, see if anything jumps out to us here as well. Remember, if you're just joining us, we are under a tornado warning for about another 21 minutes. Berrien County and also Cass County. We'll see if we have any motion here. I'm going to use our iPad radar scope tool as well. I'm just looking at this behind the scenes here to see if anything jumps out to me here. This is sort of the Glendora area, the Galene area. All right, I feel like I've got some confirmation on where we've got a tornado that's on the ground right now.
Indiana, the winds are really starting to pick up already.
Go here. Glendora, Shorewood, Tower Hills, Harbor area.
Gundine.
It would look like, to me anyway, that maybe this is our, I'm going to move the velocity scope over just a little bit here, but to me, this is looking like probably
that's Galene.
This is our tornado right now. So this would just be east of Chickaming. There's the Tower Hill, Shorelands area. This is north and northwest of Galene. This is west and just southwest of Glendora. This is also just west of the Weesaw area. This is really close to I-94, but to me, and even an amateur meteorologist, you would say that's probably indicative of our tornado on the ground here. So, okay, we've got that. And you know what? I also feel like maybe we've got signs here of, just take that off the screen for a quick second. We'll move you over. I feel like there might be a tornado on the ground near Glendora as well. I'm going to try to get you in here just a little bit tighter.
Hills Corner, Snow, Briota.
Orinoco. Oh, look at that. All right. This is just on the west and the northwest side of Buchanan. Sometimes you get the rain wrapping around our funnel here. And gosh, that seems to be a pretty significant signature there. We'll go back to the velocity scope because it's been doing a really, really good job here. I think we've got at least one tornado on the ground, my friends, right now, about 1:10 on the clock. We may very well have two tornadoes on the ground as well, somewhere between the Shorewood, Tower Hills, Harbor area and the Glendora area. We're going to go right back to our velocity scope and just see if anything kind of jumps out here. Not as clear of a signature here, but as far as what I'm looking at on the iPad here from our weather center, it looks like it's just east of the Glendora area, and that's just north and northwest of Buchanan. So, you know, it's got to stay in your safe place here for a little bit longer. Even if this thing ends up moving rather quickly, we now feel confident that we've got a tornado on the ground. We're just going to keep that up here.
Tornado emergency, guys, for Berrien County.
Draw a fresh arrow here for you as well, because I really think, that, we've got our spin up on the ground. We've got our tornado on the ground. And this would be just right about in here. That's my best guess. We'll pull the arrow out here again. That's sort of my best sense for where I think we've got an active tornado right now. Let's see if there's anything jumping here on the chat here out of northern Indiana. They're issuing some new severe thunderstorm warnings. northern Indiana, expiring some severe thunderstorm warnings, so nothing jumping out to me here. By the way, if you're just join us here on this early Tuesday afternoon, the only reason we're not doing the Young and the Restless is because we think we have one, if not multiple tornadoes on the ground right now in Berrien County. You know, this is a great time here, and as I'm just looking at some signs here,
guys.
the Glendora area, the Buchanan area. You've got Buchanan on your screen right now. We can also highlight a few other, sort of landmarks in this general area. So this is east of I-94. This is 31. This is 31 right here. So I think our twister just west of 31 by just about a couple of miles. This is also south and southwest of the Orinoco area. M139 as well. It's south and southwest of that. All right, now that we have, some confirmation here, this is again approaching the Buchanan area. If you're in the Buchanan area, please stay in your safe place. If you're in the Glendora area, I think the tornado is now just south and southeast of Glendora. Let's see if we have anything showing up here in our debris detection tool. I wouldn't say anything is, rapidly jumping out to me, but we'll continue to sort of just look at this because I think it's a decent tool in this moment. Okay, so let's set the scene here for a moment. It's Berrien County. We think we've got 1 to 2 tornadoes on the ground. And it's a ripe setup for more tornadoes, so I certainly think that we're not done here. But Berrien County, tornado warning. We think we have active tornadoes right now just west of the Buchanan area. I'm zooming into Buchanan. This is just east of the Galean area. This is also just north of the Michigan-Indiana line. So tornado, I suspect, just west of Buchanan right now. So look, the Cass County tornado warning could very well be extended beyond 1:30. The expiration time right now is situated at 1:30. And now that we think we've got spin-ups on the ground, now that we think we've got twisters on the ground, probably fair game here for St. Joe County to eventually be included in our tornado warning. So I want to give you the heads up on that right now. I'm not saying it's been issued, but I think that's probably where we're going to go. So 1:13 on the clock, it's soon to be 1:14 here. So about another 16 minutes. For our tornado warning, Berrien County and also Cass County at the moment. Let's get you back to the radar because again, we think we've got confirmation here of there it is. All right, look at that, and that is also showing up on our. That is also showing up on our radar scope tool as well.
Okay, so I'm going to.
Buchanan area, there's a few other spots here as well. Bertrand, you're not too far away from this. It looks like we might have a tornado in northern Indiana trying to form as well, just south and southwest of Bertrand. So this is where, again, we've got plenty of signals here to think that we've got an active tornado, an ongoing tornado, and when we'll go back and sort of analyze this tomorrow, the signatures that we're looking for right now are like lofted debris. If you look at power poles or highway signs or street signs, if they're bent and twisted, that's the kind of action that would be happening right now with potentially 1, maybe 2, and maybe even if we include northern Indiana, maybe 3 different tornadoes that are on the ground right now. All right, let's get in here a little bit tighter here. This is just west of Niles, by the way. So Niles, this is potentially headed in your direction. Let's go ahead and fire up the velocity scope again.
Are we downstairs in the basement, grandparents?
Kind of jumps out here to me. We'll give you a little bit of motion here as well. Yeah, so maybe just west of Niles. Yeah, I think that's reasonable, or sort of somewhere around the Buchanan area and close to Niles. This is where we're pinpointing, our tornadoes. It's not always the case when you're in a tornado warning where you can actually spot the tornado. But I've got enough evidence here to be doing that on this Tuesday afternoon. Now we're approaching 1:16, by the way, so I'm looking sort of like right here, and then also on the
Cannon's not near us right now, but
sort of this right general.
right now it's 1:14.
Actually, not too far from US 12, so you might be seeing it close to US 12. You might be seeing
Ryan, right now it's kind of like stupid right now, Ryan.
understandably so. So it's sort of these kinds of locations.
If they had my county, we're going downstairs, guys.
Here, we'll just move you just a little bit further to the south. Yes, we're looking
Roseland.
at a velocity product here, just south and southwest of the Bertrand area. That's where I've got another little signal here that we might have a tornado on the ground here as well. So again, it's very close to the Michigan-Indiana line. It's almost, really right on the Michigan-Indiana line. Let's see if our friends out of northern Indiana are saying anything. About a tornado being on the ground. They are not. That's all right. Oh, look at this. Knox. Okay. Stark County Airport. Airport reporting a 71 mile per hour gust.
Wow.
So while we think we have a tornado on the ground, we also think we've got 70-ish mile per hour gusts that are verifying now as well. It's about another 13 minutes here in our tornado warning. I think I want to go back to this for a moment. We'll get you back to the radar here in just a second. But now that I think we've got at least 1, 2, maybe 3 tornadoes either side of the Michigan-Indiana line, this is exactly where you need to be right now. The basement is the #1 spot. All right, the basement, the #1 spot.
It's windy, but no
The
storms.
lowest level room at your place of work. If you don't have a basement, and there are plenty of homes that do not have basements, the other option where you absolutely have to be right now is an interior room surrounded by 4 sturdy walls. And look, that could be your bathroom. So if it is your bathroom, that could be fine. I want you to stay there. I want you to think about protecting your head. You could be doing that with like pillows, blankets. You could be doing that with a mattress. A bicycle helmet is a great way to protect your brain. We're talking about protecting your brain here. So basement, interior room surrounded by 4 sturdy walls. Please, please, please stay away from all windows. All right, let's reset now as we hit 1:18 on the clock. And here's what I'm going to tell you right now. I believe we have at least 1, potentially 2 tornadoes on the ground in Berrien County. I believe there's another one in northern Indiana, sort of near the Roseland area.
South Bend.
Or just northwest of downtown South Bend. That's at least kind of what I'm seeing on the velocity scope here on my radar scope tool on our iPad. We're going to take you to Baroda here in a moment. Something interesting is popping up in the Baroda area. If you know Berrien County, that's also Berrien County. So Berrien County, tornado warning here. We believe it is verified. Another 11 minutes. Cass County, you're under the tornado warning as well until 1:30. If I'm the National Weather Service, Northern Indiana, I'm probably going to extend that until maybe 1:45, and then we look to St. Joe County for potentially a brand new warning as well. We're also resetting here with a live look at the clouds coming out over Lake Michigan. I believe you can see some rain shafts into the distance as well. You might even be able to see some raindrops here if you look in the foreground. This, my friends, is a live look.
I think we may have to go downstairs.
So this is St. Joe County, or rather Berrien County. Okay, look at this. We got a little bit of good news. I'm surprised. Tornado warnings. Look at this. Canceled now. Berrien County, Cass County. So, all right, 1:19 on the clock. We got some good news here. We had signs of what we thought was some velocity couplets in rotation, and they were very pronounced signs. But look, they went ahead and canceled the warning early. I'm going to get you back to the Young and the Restless here. We have 10 more minutes in that. If any other warnings come out, you're going to know about it. But right now, we seem to be in a safe spot. Berrien County, Cass County, tornado warnings canceled. Let's send you back to the Young and the Restless.